John Subibru, he doesn't have to wait to go to sleep to count sheep because it's an everyday occurrence at his job. As owner and operator of Subibru Livestock based out of Stockton, keeping track of a couple hundred sheep is all in a day's work.
Well, we run a commercial sheep operation. Primarily our products are all natural lamb and wool. And we also offer some targeted grazing services where we're working with counties and cities to help manage the land in an environmentally friendly way.
And raising sheep is practically ingrained into John at this point because it is truly part of his family's heritage. John's father, Gene, who passed away when John was 8, actually immigrated to California from the French Basque Country, where they are known for their sheep herding, and later started Subibru Livestock with his wife, Florence. Today, it's Florence and her husband, Pete, and John, along with his wife, Quincy, and their son, Luke, who look after the herd. The family is based in the San Joaquin region, but because of urban encroachment, they have a limited amount of land for the livestock to graze on, so they are on the move often. But that's okay with the sheep because they are ferocious eaters who in this case use their appetite to help the land. You see, John uses the sheep as part of a target grazing program where he carefully controls the sheep to graze or eat in order to control weeds or restore wildlife habitat. And no matter what the project the sheep are working on, it's all done with an eye toward the future.
This ground here is probably one of the most productive agricultural land in the state of California, and it's unfortunate that it's no longer in production, but for us, we're helping this particular area manage the land and graze it.
In addition to using their sheep for targeted grazing, the family sells their meat to local distributors, and they're using their immediate proximity to the Bay Area to market their lamb both to consumers and chefs.
Chefs have become celebrities, and they take great pride in what they're concocting. And lamb for them is just really fun because there are so many different types of cuts.
To help in marketing their lamb, the Subibru family works with the California Wool Growers Association, an organization made up of sheep producers and breeders which recently celebrated their 150th anniversary, which made them California's oldest agricultural organization. To celebrate, they teamed up with the American Lamb Board and put on the Lamb Jam at Fort Mason in San Francisco. And with a name like that, it had to be fun, right?
This is what they call a zampini, which is a sausage from Puglia, which is classically coiled. It's in, ironically enough, lamb intestine. The lamb jam. Come on, and who doesn't like meat on a stick?
The dish was balsamic glazed leg of lamb, you know, and what I did was I took a leg of lamb, I diced it up and braised it in balsamic, and I served it with blue cheese grits.
And while the topic of the day was lamb, the word of the day might as well have been new, as in new ideas, new fans, and a whole new way of looking at California-produced lamb.
We're kind of in a luxury zone here, so we can kind of pick and choose. And right now, we have lamb 3 ways on the menu, always, and we always have pork 2 ways. So it really, for me, is, we could just call it lambda, lambda, lambda. And most people, of course, never got their Revenge of the Nerds thing, so I just had to say lamb, lamb, lamb. So it dated me, though. It totally dated me. But you're going to have fun with it, and I think that's the thing about lamb. It's a versatile cut.
They still have that nice flavor, but it's not overwhelming, so you don't have to mint jelly it, basically. You know, mint and lamb still work great together, but you know, with the older lambs, you really, you know, that old joke, you know, can I please pass the mint jelly? You know, there's a reason for that, because back in the day, they were really strong, and you had to, you know, combat it. like the mutton taste. But this is, salt and pepper is actually all you need, really.
More than 600 people came to the one-day event to sample food made by some of the top chefs in the world, including Matthew Accarino from the SPQR restaurant in San Francisco. For him, it was a chance to highlight a forgotten ingredient that has a lot of potential thanks to some passionate producers.
One of the main reasons that I thought that was a good thing for me to be a part of is because I knew that the people that I buy lamb from were there and was supporting them. And I think that in America we don't always make the connection with, we talk a lot about sustainable, local, all these things, and those are all great words and they seem to make a lot of sense. But if you're the farmer who's growing these lamb, they're on the verge of going out of business all the time. And so we say Americans live paycheck to paycheck, they live from sale to sale. And so they need all the support they can get.
And for ranchers like the Subibru family, the event was a showcase to highlight through the culinary expertise of top chefs some of what they do on a daily basis.
Well, I find it very inspiring to attend this event because I'm noticing people here today that are young adults, older people. We're creating new food inspirations for people that love lamb. It's very exciting for me because I'm walking around to some of these tables and they're really enjoying the product and they're asking questions and they're getting educated on lamb, how it's raised, where it's coming from. They want to be able to identify the product, and we're able to do that here today.
I'm happy to use their product because it performs, and I'm proud to use their product because of the kind of people they are.